डालने दिया। अगर आप वोट ही नहीं डालने देंगे तो कैसे राज्यसभा में चुनावों में वोटों की गिनती कैसे शुरू होगी? कितनी देर इन्होंने वोटों की गिनती को रोकी है? मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जो हिमाचल इकाई के जो नेता है उनको कहना चाहूंगा, सब्र रखिए और इतना ज्यादा लोगों को दबाव में मत डालिए। और जो विधायकों को लेकर सीआरपीएफ की और हरियाणा पुलिस की कॉन्वे जो लेके गई है वो 5-6 विधायकों को लेकर गए हैं। और निश्चित तौर पर मैं कह सकता हूं कि जो लोग गए हैं उनके परिवार के लोग उनसे संपर्क कर रहे हैं और वो अपने परिवार से जरूर संपर्क करें।
All right, that's a big charge, viewers, and word coming in right now that 6 Congress MLAs plus 2 independents are being ferried to Panchkula, run by the Bharatiya Janata Party in Haryana from Shimla in Himachal, where the voting was taking place. Himachal, of course, run by the Congress. A CRPF bus has come along with Haryana police to ferry these MLAs all the way to Panchkula. The Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh has called it nothing but kidnapping of his MLAs. Meanwhile, counting has been stalled where the one seat of Rajya Sabha is concerned, on which Abhishek Manu Singhvi is contesting from the Congress. What's going on, viewers, where Himachal is concerned? What's going to happen? We don't quite know right now. Where the voting is taking place, the voting has been stalled. I want to quickly cut across. In the studio with me is Kamaljeet Sandhu as well as Manjeet Sehgal joining us from Ground Zero. Manjeet, coming to you first. Is there clarity, the number of MLAs that have been ferried to Panchkula? And a tad bit bizarre that CRPF buses are being used to ferry MLAs from Shimla to Panchkula. What's going on?
Yes, Preeti, Himachal Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has in fact leveled serious allegations against Bharatiya Janata Party, saying 6 party MLAs have been kidnapped by the party. Our sources say at least 7 Himachal MLAs, including 2 independents, have been shifted to Panchkula. The allegations are that they were shifted in the CRPF buses and were also given Haryana police protection. They have been moved to a place somewhere in Panchkula. The serious allegations being made by the Himachal Chief Minister. This also proves the allegations of cross-voting, which the both sides have made the allegations against each other. The Congress was already apprehensive about the cross-voting. That is why a CLP meeting was held in Shimla yesterday. The BJP also claimed that at least 9 Congress MLAs had cross-voted for BJP's favor,
Manjeet,
and the BJP will be in a
the counting has now been stalled. There's a pause on counting.
Preeti. Yes, the counting has been paused after the BJP raised certain objections, including the misuse of the state-owned chopper to bring one of the party MLAs, Sudarshan Bablu, who represents the Chintapurni Assembly constituency. BJP is demanding that his vote should not be counted. That's why the counting has been paused. It has been paused a couple of times. The Chief Minister has also accused the BJP members of shouting at the officials and threatening them as well.
All right, stay with me. Kamal, getting you in, give us a larger understanding on what really is going down, because word coming in, it's bizarre. You have CRPF buses along with Haryana police buses ferrying MLAs of the Congress and independents to Panchkula. Meanwhile, counting has been stalled. This was supposed to be an easy election for the Congress.
Well, absolutely right. It was supposed to be a breeze for the Congress party, but it is turning out to be an uphill task in the hill state. Now, what we've been told is that there are 7 to 9 MLAs who could have been shifted to Panchkula. The visuals have already coming in. There is a confirmation coming in even from the Chief Minister. Now, both the parties, whether it's the BJP or the Congress, accusing each other of playing unfair game. Now, what is expected is, because remember the voting is stalled. Now, this is anybody's guess whether the voting or cross-voting has taken place. But clearly, as far as the numbers are concerned, and we saw that earlier in the Chandigarh mayor polls also, the numbers were clearly in favor of Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party there. And here it is the Himachal government, which is the Congress government, which had 40 plus they had support coming in from 3 independent MLAs. So in total it was 43. BJP on the other hand had 25. But the tables have turned with at least 7 to 9. So obviously the narrow margin now actually draws in to very close contest depending on who's voted and who's cross-voted, and obviously each party accusing the other and pointing fingers clearly shows that there is some sort of not just manipulation on, but or some sort of politics which is definitely on. Now there is the CRPF and the Haryana police which is come into picture. They've been moved to another location outside the state. Now this has been taken cognizance of, and obviously it will all really depend on the ballot box as to who has voted what side, because remember, BJP is also threatening they'll pull the government down and move a no confidence motion against Sukhwinder Sukhu government if this really turns out to be true.
That's exactly what it's coming down to, but it's bizarre. I want to quickly cut across to our political panel while Kamal and Manjeet stay on with us. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party. Dr. Shamma Mohammed, National Spokesperson, Congress, joins us live. Sanjay Singh, Consulting Editor, IANS, and Rashid Kidwai, Political Analyst. Sanju Verma, what till very recently, an hour ago, was a call of the Antaratma or subconscious, now seems to be belligerent use of state machinery. How is CRPF and Haryana police coming in to ferry MLAs to another state? What's going on?
Preeti, let's be very clear. You know, whether CRPF personnel are being unfairly deployed, that is up for debate. Let's not forget
what's the debate, ma'am, in this?
Should
CRPF and Haryana police... Ma'am, it is a question. I'm asking you. Please answer. What's the debate?
You asked me a question.
Ma'am, I'm asking you what's the debate in this? Haryana police and CRPF, these are forces, central forces, state forces being used to ferry MLAs to protect them. What's the debate? It's wrong.
Preeti Chaudhary, if you are going to answer on my behalf, then it is better that you don't call me on the panel. You can ask the question and respond yourself. I will say what I need to say, not what Preeti Chaudhary wants me to say. Let me have my say. You can rebut as an anchor, which is your prerogative. Thank you. What is up for debate is this. I'm not going to say, oh, two wrongs don't make a right, blah, 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 because I'm tired of these hackneyed arguments which the media gives. Each time, the moral compass, shifts to the BJP. Whether we win or we lose, it is the BJP which is supposed to be held accountable. By your logic, I also want to ask, what is Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, doing using state machinery, state resources, taxpayer funds to shift an MLA from Chandigarh to Shimla? What was the need to do that? Why did Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu use state machinery to ferry the Chintapurni MLA to Shimla at the expense of taxpayer funds? But let me not get into the whataboutery on that. Let me say the more important thing. I was looking at your program specifically, and I heard Randeep Singh Surjewala's speech after the 3 seats that the Congress won in Karnataka. Good for them. We are not going to say, "Arey bhai, Karnataka mein jo 3 seatein mili, that is because these MLAs were not scared of the Enforcement Directorate and the income tax," because that is the narrative that has been peddled over the last couple of months. I have this to say. I will not even say that if the Congress can't keep its flock together, why blame the BJP? If the Samajwadi Party can't keep its flock together, why blame the BJP? Just a few hours back, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu was saying, मेरे पास 40 MLA हैं, मुझे कोई चिंता नहीं है, ये 40 के 40 लोग हमारे कहने पे जो पार्टी हाईकमान कहेगी हमारे साथ खड़े हैं, हमारे कैंडिडेट के लिए वोट करेंगे. If Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu had the confidence 6 hours back that all the 40 MLAs of the Congress will vote without any cross voting, why now is the state dispensation in Himachal so rattled? I hear that 7 or 9 MLAs have decided to either cross vote or actually cross voted, and Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu's government does not enjoy a majority. Out of 68 MLAs, he has 40 on paper, but actually that number might only be 31 or 32, whereas the magic number is 35 if he has to retain the government. Tomorrow the budget will be presented in the Himachal Pradesh Assembly, and Jairam Thakur, the leader of the opposition, has clearly said that depending on how the situation unfolds, we will demand that Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu shows that he still enjoys the support of majority MLAs on the floor of the Assembly, which is a right as the opposition in Himachal Pradesh.
All right, okay, I'm going to bring in Dr. Shamma Mohammed, but I'll ask you that question again, madam, which I didn't get an answer. What is open to debate on misuse of central and state machinery, which is the CRPF and the Haryana police? Secondly, if democracy is the one that you've been quoting, and rightly so, then why is it then in a state like Uttar Pradesh and a state like Karnataka, you fielded an extra candidate knowing very well you didn't have the numbers? So either you were hoping that there will be switchovers from the opposition, or what was the need for that then? Because you didn't have the numbers, yet go ahead, ma'am.
Who is the
is that for
question
me?
to?
No,
Is
no,
it for me?
this is for Sanju Verma. Dr. Mohammed, I'm coming to you right after that.
But Sanju Verma
Thank
has
you.
already got
Thank you.
5
Ma'am,
minutes,
I'll give you
so
equal
please
time.
ensure that I get my
I'm going to
time.
give you
Thank
equal
you.
time.
Thank you.
Perhaps I
Preeti.
leave the debate. I'm telling you that.
Okay,
You
Preeti.
lower her volume because she has a bad
Preeti, can I
habit.
please-
Ma'am, I'm coming right back to you. Just allow each of you exactly the same amount of time. Do trust
Thank
me,
you.
I have a timer here. So
No, you
go ahead, Ms.
lower
Verma,
volume
and let's not
because
talk
she's
over each other.
angry.
Ms.
She's
Verma,
an
there's a question I asked you.
unbelievable person.
I can
She's
hear the background
unbelievable.
music of this lady.
All right, can I just
Can I
get
please-
Doctor?
Thank you.
Can I just get Ms. Verma, and then I'll cut across to Shamma Mohammed.
Thank you. Preeti, I absolutely agree with you that, BJP was supposed to send 7, the Samajwadi Party 3. The entire halablu has come about on that extra 8th candidate that the BJP proposed. But my simple logic is this, that, we've seen in the case of Subhash Chandra in 2016, we saw in the case of Ahmed Patel in 2017, the Congress never shied away from fielding extra candidates. Point number 1. So constitutionally, the BJP is well within its rights to do so. My second point is this, that till about a month back, Jayant Chaudhary of the RLD was with the Dot Alliance and Samajwadi Party. Now that Jayant Chaudhary is with us and 9 of his MLAs we knew were going to vote on the table in support of BJP, why should we have not fielded an extra 8th candidate?
Okay.
It was our
Okay,
prerogative to do
madam,
so.
you
We
had
did
your say.
exactly
I
that.
can turn around and say what happened in Karnataka. But having said that, you fielded an extra candidate in Karnataka as well. You still haven't answered my question on the use of state and central machinery. Madam, please allow me to go to the Congress. I gave you time. Please allow me to go to the Congress spokesperson right now. Cutting across to Dr. Mohammed. Dr. Mohammed, the fact is, one can keep saying that, use of muscle power, use of state machinery, use of central machinery. But the fact is the writing had been on the wall for you where the state of Himachal was concerned, madam. Look how you've managed to retain Karnataka. You could have done so in Himachal. It's poor strategizing. That's what it is.
There was no writing on the wall. First and foremost, let me come in with her nonsensical argument. She says that why did we move from Himachal to Shimla to Chandigarh? Now, I can ask her a counter question. Why were Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde faction taken to Gujarat? From there, they were taken to Assam. Why did the BJP do that? So let's understand what you are. Of course, it's muscle power and money power. Basically, when in a Rajya Sabha, when there is cross-voting one, which we are not sure of, number one, it's money power and muscle power. It is undemocratic, unconstitutional what is happening in this country. Number 2, our chief minister is clearly saying that these people are kidnapped. Simple reason, there is a CRPF and there is a Haryana police. It is very clear that they are doing everything. Let's not forget what happened in Chandigarh. Chandigarh, the presiding officer, Anil Masi, is part of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He cheated. And the Supreme Court said it's unconstitutional. There's a criminal procedure against him. So who's behind it? The Bharatiya Janata Party. They will do anything to win elections. Here, we were easily supposed to win it. But of course, they've kidnapped our MLAs. They're taking them somewhere. What is happening? Let's understand that. And she says there is, during Ahmed Patel's case, it was not an extra number. It was ours. So every time when there is a Rajya Sabha elections, they put an extra candidate and they use this money power, muscle power. So the biggest example is what happened in Chandigarh, the mayoral elections. We all know who's behind it. It's the Bharatiya Janata Party. So they are
But madam, one second.
sort of things.
But Dr. Mohammed, let me come in with the rebuttal. And the question is, this is not Chandigarh. It's not a presiding officer. It's your own MLAs who've cross-voted. You could have got your flock together. And it's a question that will be asked, ma'am.
No. Cross-voting, one, it's not confirmed. It's what the results are not yet out. Let us we can't go on assumptions, one. Number 2, it is not that we can control if they use, what is this, can I ask you, what is the CRPF doing there? Why is the Haryana police there? What is happening in our country? Isn't that muscle power? Why are they there? This is basically kidnapping. This is what they're doing. They're holding a gun on our MLAs. And that's what they're doing. This is completely unconstitutional. Supreme Court should come in today. This is not done. This is basically kidnapping, putting a gun on their head, taking them away.
All right, I want to just open the panel and I'll cut across back.
They're threatened to be put in prison. They're threatened to be killed.
Okay, madam, allow me to open the panel. You both have got equal time.
Arguments.
Equal time. Allow me to open the panel. Sanjay Singh, consulting editor, and Rashid Kidwai also with us. Sanjay Singh, in a way, one would think it's bizarre with what is really going on in Himachal. It was all supposed to be about a Rajya Sabha seat, 1 in total. The picture now expanding to the possible state of Himachal.
Yeah, precisely. As the news comes out, perhaps Himachal government, which was so stable with 40 plus seats, is now the longevity of state is in question. And the former chief minister said that vote of the division on finance bill was not committed. There a situation has arisen. Himachal was a cakewalk for Congress. It was even considered a seat from Himachal Pradesh for Sonia Gandhi. Subsequently, she of course shifted to Rajasthan, and now she was elected unopposed. Under this scenario, of course, this reflects on the kind of management that Congress leadership did there, the state and the central leadership of the Congress party. Because if their 7-8 members have not voted for or cross-voted, as what is the code for voting in Rajya Sabha election? There is no whip in Rajya Sabha election. To best of my knowledge, a person who is going to vote shows his preference to his party representative out there. So party knows as to how many of them have actually cross-voted even before results are out. So party leadership of Himachal Pradesh in Congress party actually knows as to how many of them have cross-voted. Now to the question of some MLAs kidnapped, because something has happened, something similar is happening in Uttar Pradesh, where BJP, I think, is going to win its 7th candidate or 8th candidate, so to say, 8th candidate. That perhaps will win. But a chief minister again saying that some of his MLAs have been kidnapped. We are not hearing this for the first time in Indian political history. We have heard on many occasions, but as far as
so I'm just saying, for somebody who's been covering Indian politics for a while, I want to ask you, when was the last time that CRPF forces were used along with state police forces to pick up MLAs and take them to a different state?
Interesting question, Preeti, but there is a counter to that. Haryana police could not have come to Himachal Pradesh jurisdiction and picked up somebody from Himachal Pradesh. Of course, the person would have traveled from Shimla to somewhere on the border of
exactly
Haryana,
my point, sir.
Yeah.
So therefore, the CRPF, the central forces have been used because CRPF is deployed during elections.
I cannot speak for CRPF. I cannot speak for that. There are also so far no visuals on that counter. Visuals comes because in the age of social media, if something has happened and courts are also proactive, then this is going to boomerang on the BJP and the central police forces also. They may be called...
Okay. Because, we are trying to go through precedent, and I don't know when the last time there was precedent and CRPF forces were used. But having said that, we're going to, because it's something that's just happened, we are still looking at it. I want to cut across right now to Rashid Kidwai. Rashid Kidwai, one can say use of muscle power, use of power, all that aside. Did the Congress get its game wrong in Himachal, and horribly so? Because when I said the writing was on the wall, Rashid Kidwai, you and I both know better what went down, especially after Sukhwinder Sukhu was picked over Vikramaditya, especially what went down during Ram Mandir, where Vikramaditya went against the whip of the party and attended the Ram Mandir inauguration.
Yeah, I think, Preeti, what happens in a political party, that kind of disquiet differences, you see, but here what I find it is a bit, glaring. There is a bit of a mismatch, something that happened on January 22nd. Why should that person or that MLA be holding that and using it during, Rajya Sabha? So obviously, it is a clear case of an afterthought, calculated design and horse trading. Today, February 27th, is a black letter day for Indian democracy. Both sides, cross-voting in Karnataka, cross-voting in Himachal, cross-voting in Uttar Pradesh. This reflects very poorly. This was not the spirit of that bill, that amendment Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Pramod Mahajan had brought in 2001. This is complete blatant use by both political parties, and I'm not singling out BJP, Congress also. Why it is right, jiski lati uski bhais. How come, one or two MLAs in Karnataka cross-voted? If they had problem, they could have resigned. They could have, taken some other course. But to vote in Rajya Sabha is a clear case of horse trading. There is no doubt about it. Whatever the political representative may say,
okay.
It so.
All right. I just want to bring in Rajdeep Sardesai into this conversation, our consulting editor. Rajdeep, what was supposedly a comfortable win for Abhishek Manu Singhvi now is not just Abhishek Manu Singhvi in trouble, but Sukhu's government in trouble. And all of this CRPF forces now being used to actually pick up MLAs from Shimla towards Panchkula, Haryana.
Well, let me add another twist to the tale that you're telling, which is quite simply this. Let's assume, we are being told, that about 9 MLAs, 6 Congress and 3 independents have broken away, cross-voted. Some of them are in Panchkuya. That would leave, the numbers are there at the bottom of your screen, would leave both sides with 34 each. This assuming that the one vote of the MLA who was flown in by a chopper is counted. Remember, the BJP has objected and said that it's an invalid vote. But if it is 34-34, it's fascinating because under the rules then, you have a lottery system. What does that mean? The names of Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who's the Congress candidate, and Harsh Mahajan, who's the BJP candidate, will be put in a box and one of the 2 parchis will be taken out and whoever's name comes out becomes a Rajya Sabha member. Now, I haven't heard when this has last happened. A constitutional expert says, I'm sure in this country something like this must have happened. I do know, though, that in a municipal corporation election in Mumbai 6 years ago, Atul Shah, a BJP candidate, lost because on a coin toss. The reason I know Mr. Shah is he was in a cricket team that I once captained, so I knew him well. And the poor guy lost out in a municipal corporation election because the votes there tallied by both sides were exact. The same votes, both sides got exact votes. There was a coin toss. In a Rajya Sabha election, you have a draw of lots. But either way, what we are seeing really is, you could call it the reduction of a multi-party democracy to a money democracy. Because if these charges are true, that MLAs are being taken away by the Haryana police, are being kept in Panchkuya, and this is what many are calling Operation Lotus being played out, then there are serious questions as to, how do we conduct a proper democracy if money and horse trading is going to play such a big role even in Rajya Sabha elections. I know there will be BJP leaders like Sanju Verma who will say, look, it hasn't only happened now, it's happened in the past. That's not a good enough answer. The truth is, we are seeing the debasement of democracy in the manner when MLAs are horse traded or taken away by the police to another state. I mean, if you want to cross-vote, you can obviously defy a whip. You can cross-vote, defy a whip, and risk disqualification, but believe that you don't agree with the Sukhu government and bring it down. I think that every MLA is entitled to. But the manner in which it is happening will certainly raise serious questions. We seem to have moved from resort politics to security politics, taking MLAs away. But this is India now.
Before I go back, Rajdeep, to the political panelists, one quick question, and we'd like to have you in the studio soon, is the fact, what about Abhishek Manu Singhvi here? Because he's actually the lawyer for Pratibha Singh. All the cases of the family are with Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Some of the Congress MLAs who have known to have cross-voted are apparently from the Vikramaditya Pratibha Singh camp.
Well, let me put it this way. The Congress has been in complete disarray ever since it lost the 3 assembly elections, and it's in December. And at times it appears that the left hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, interestingly, Preeti, a day before the Rajya Sabha nominations, was not sure whether he should be putting a sweater in his bag or a bush shirt. A bush shirt would have meant he would have probably gone to Karnataka. A sweater would have meant that he would either go to Rajasthan or Himachal. So here was your Congress candidate not even aware. The party leadership did not even inform him till the last moment as to which state he should go to. And then he's going to a state where obviously there was a risk because there has been some disaffection in Himachal Pradesh, which the Congress clearly didn't count upon. Now imagine if Sonia Gandhi had been sent to Himachal and Abhishek Manu Singhvi had been in Rajasthan, they might have been a little safer. So the Congress's lack of management and the BJP now on an expansionist spree or mergers and acquisitions. If that's the case, then it really reveals both the state of the opposition and the nature of the BJP. And also in the wider sense, the nature of our democracy, which from multi-party, as I said, is becoming a bit of a money democracy.
All right, I'm going to come right back into this debate. We're going to slip into a quick commercial break. But while Abhishek Manu Singhvi would be wish he'd had to put the bush shirt instead of the sweater, because it's a comfortable win for the Congress in Karnataka. All three candidates have sailed to the Rajya Sabha. One of them, Ajay Markan viewers, would possibly pick up the phone and tell Abhishek Manu Singhvi, don't worry, the same thing happened with me the last time where Haryana was concerned, where he was a candidate from Haryana and lost. A quick break. Stay with us. We're back with our political panel on the other side.
इंडेक्स फंड क्या होता है? इंडेक्स फंड्स पैसिवली मैनेज फंड्स होते हैं जो किसी इंडेक्स जैसे कि निफ्टी या सेंसेक्स को सिर्फ कॉपी करते हैं।
तो वो भैया, ये गाना लास्ट वीक 6 पे था, इस वीक ये 3rd पे आ गया।
इंडेक्स फंड्स भी अपने इंडेक्स को ऊपर नीचे दोनों तरफ से फॉलो करते हैं।
मतलब इंडेक्स फंड इसके प्लेलिस्ट की तरह है और अलग भी, जहाँ पे गाने चेंज होते हैं लेकिन टॉप 20 रहेगा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
Business Today salutes India's finest corporate achievers. We celebrate innovative strategies for resilient and sustainable businesses in a fast-changing world. From mid-sized to unicorns, from new entries to lifetime achievement awards, be a part of an event where excellence meets inspiration. Join us in honoring the trailblazing titans of India Inc. at Business Today Mind Rush and the Best CEO Awards.
विपक्ष के नेता काउंटिंग हॉल के पास आकर बार बार काउंटिंग ऑफिसरों को धमका रहे हैं। ये लोकतंत्र के लिए अच्छा नहीं है। अभी आपने अभी देखा कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता बार बार आके बोल रहे हैं कि वोट क्यों डालने दिया। अगर आप वोट ही नहीं डालने देंगे तो कैसे राज्यसभा में चुनावों में वोटों की गिनती कैसे शुरू होगी? कितनी देर इन्होंने वोटों की गिनती को रोकी है? मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जो हिमाचल इकाई के जो नेता है उनको कहना चाहूंगा, सब्र रखिए और इतना ज्यादा लोगों को दबाव में मत डालिए। और जो विधायकों को लेकर सीआरपीएफ की और हरियाणा पुलिस की कॉन्वे जो लेके गई है, वो 5-6 विधायकों को लेकर गए हैं। और निश्चित तौर पर मैं कह सकता हूं कि जो लोग गए हैं उनके परिवार के लोग उनसे संपर्क कर रहे हैं और वो अपने परिवार से जरूर संपर्क करें। मेरा मानना है कि हमारे 40 विधायक थे, अगर कोई बिका नहीं होगा तो हमें 40 के 40 वोट आएंगे। निश्चित तौर पर मेरा यह मानना है कि कांग्रेस की विचारधारा और हाथ के निशान पर जो चुनकर आए हैं उन लोगों ने पार्टी को वोट डाला होगा, पार्टी के प्रत्याशी को वोट डाला होगा। तो अभी तक तो हम शाम को काउंटिंग है तभी कुछ बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन मेरा मानना है कि कांग्रेस का अगर कोई विधायक बिका नहीं होगा तो हमारे को 40 के 40 वोट। नहीं, विधायकों से बातचीत हुई है? मेरी सभी विधायकों से बात हुई। अब देखना है कि अभी तो वोटिंग का काउंटिंग 4 बजे तक है, उसके बाद ही रिजल्ट कब बताया जाएगा।
मत देने का अधिकार सबको है, चुने वो प्रतिनिधि जो है हमारे विधायक हैं। और राज्यसभा के लिए इस वक्त जो चुनाव हो रहा है उसमें भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ओर से हमने कैंडिडेट दिए हैं और हर्ष महाजन जी हमारे कैंडिडेट हैं। और सिर्फ इतना ही कहना चाह रहा हूँ मैं कि सभी विधायक जो है वो जनप्रतिनिधि हैं और सबसे जो आवश्यक लगता है कि अपनी अंतरात्मा की आवाज़ से वो मतदान करें, इस बात के लिए मेरा आग्रह है। बाकी सारी चीज़ों को लेकर के कोई विशेष मुझे नहीं कहना है। एक लोकतांत्रिक व्यवस्था है, हमने कैंडिडेट दिया है, हम चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं।
a decisive victory, as I said in the morning, for democracy. This is a decisive victory for India. This is a decisive victory for the Swabhimana of 6.5 crore Kannadigas. And this is a decisive defeat of those who want to corrupt the democratic process by the sale and purchase of legislators. I ask Shri J.P. Nadda, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as also Mr. Yedurappa and Mr. Vijendra today, and Mr. Kumaraswamy, why is it when you did not have the requisite legislators, why did you put up a tycoon who had loads of money in the hope that he or will be able to buy the loyalty and vote of legislators who are elected by people of Karnataka? This itself was a brazen insult to the mandate given to legislators by 6.5 crore fellow Kannadigas. I am happy that legislators of Karnataka have demolished this conspiracy to tarnish democracy. They have rejected Ayaram, Gayaram politics. They have rejected the politics of purchase and sale of MLAs by BJP and now by Mr. Kumaraswamy and his party. So this is in many ways a victory not for the Congress party alone, not only for Shri Siddharamaiah, Shri D.K. Shivkumar, for all the Congress legislators and our candidates, but this is a victory of the common Kannadiga. The common Kannadiga proved it in the council elections recently when they decimated the unholy alliance of the BJP and Janata Dal, and Mr. Puttanna was decisively elected. They have again defeated and rejected the unholy alliance of BJP and Janata Dal, who was seeking to buy votes of the legislators. I thank each and every one who participated in this process.
की विकास यात्रा में कुछ क्षण ऐसे आते हैं जो वर्तमान के साथ ही आने वाली पीढ़ियों को भी परिभाषित करते हैं। आज भारत के लिए ये ऐसा ही क्षण है। हमारी आज की जनरेशन बहुत सौभाग्यशाली है जिसको जल, थल, नभ और अंतरिक्ष में ऐतिहासिक कामों का यश मिल रहा है।
Air quality today. In Delhi, 216. In Mumbai, 122. In Kolkata, 116. In Bangalore, 69. In Chennai, 70. In Hyderabad, 47.
All right, news break from Himachal. The counting on the Rajya Sabha seat has been put on hold. The Himachal Pradesh Congress has accused BJP of kidnapping its MLAs, 6 Himachal Congress MLAs plus 3 independents. we are being told, have been taken away by the CRPF as well as the Haryana police from Shimla to Panchkula. The reason why, viewers, because Panchkula is a BJP-run state and Shimla, of course, a part of Himachal Congress-run. Because there's a larger implication to all of this, not just Abhishek Manu Singhvi's Rajya Sabha seat at stake, but also possibly Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu's chief ministership at stake. Cutting across to Manjeet with the latest. Manjeet, give us the latest. What's going on?
Well, Preeti, as you said, the counting has been paused for time being. BJP had raised certain objections, including the misuse of the state helicopter to bring in one of the party MLAs, Baglu, who represents the Chintapurni Assembly constituency. He was allegedly sick. This is the allegation from the BJP side. And on the other, the Chief Minister has also accused the BJP of misusing the Haryana police and the CRPF to shift the 6 party MLAs besides 2 independent MLAs to Panchkula, which you said is being ruled by the BJP. The allegations are being labelled from both the sides, Congress and the BJP. The Chief Minister has also accused the BJP of threatening the officials here where counting was going on. It has been paused after the BJP objected. There are no words from the officials when they will announce these results. The counting started after 5 o'clock. It went on, but BJP raised the objections twice. They even shouted at the officials and shouted slogans against the Chief Minister, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, who was also seen inside the Assembly constituency, Assembly complex, in fact. So counting has been paused so far. The 6 MLAs, 2 of them were very vocal against the government. There are allegations that these MLAs might have cross-voted in favor of Bharatiya Janata Party. Some leaders even claimed that at least 9 Congress MLAs have voted in their favor. Even the BJP's candidate Harsh Mahajan had also claimed that many Congress MLAs were in touch with him. He had sought their help to win.
What we have been given to understand, Manjeet, is that it could practically come down to the wire, which is split even keel, 34-34, a tie, where Himachal is concerned on the Rajya Sabha seat. And what does it leave the fate of Abhishek Manu Singhvi? He's up against somebody who's been from the Congress and now been fielded by the BJP. Well, it could actually be a lottery, and where both names will be put in and one name will be put out. We don't know if that's happening because officially the counting has been stopped. I want to quickly bring in our 2 political spokespersons back into the conversation. Sanju Verma from the BJP and Dr. Shama Mohammed from the Congress. As we are ending the show, I'm going to give you 2 minutes each, Dr. Mohammed and Sanju Verma, to bring in your point. Beginning with you, Ms. Verma, do you think it is fair on what is going down in the state of Himachal as I speak, ma'am?
Thank you, Preeti. Preeti, you had Rajdeep on your show a few minutes back and he specifically named Sanju Verma. And after every debate, he says, Sanju Verma ko gussa kyun aata hai on Twitter, good humoredly. So I just want to say, Rajdeep Sardesai hamesha whataboutery kyun karte hain? But on a more serious note, I have this to say. Here a lot of stuff was said, Sanju Verma speaking nonsense. I normally never resort to ad hominem attacks. But if I'm attacked, I will respond to you in the language that you understand. I do not need lectures on what I should speak from a madrasa bred bigot. Shama Mohammed, that is for you.
Can we not get into this? Please avoid personal attacks. Avoid personal attacks. Can I just get Sanju Verma? Can I just get Sanju Verma? Ma'am, 1 minute is left. Go ahead.
Thank you. Preeti, I was hearing Randeep Surjewala after the Karnataka victory of the Congress. They won 3 seats. He said this is a reflection of how 6.5 crore people of Karnataka, their commitment to ethics, their commitment to democracy, their commitment to democratic values. Matlab, jab aap jeeto, it is a victory of democracy. But when BJP wins in Uttar Pradesh, it is not a victory for 24 crore Uttar Pradesh ke nivasi. When BJP wins in, Madhya Pradesh, it is not a victory for the 9 crore Madhya Pradesh ke vasi. When BJP wins in Rajasthan, it is not a victory for the 8.5 crore Rajasthan ke vasi. When BJP wins in Chhattisgarh, it is not a victory for the 3.5 crore Chhattisgarh ke vasi. Why is it that each time the BJP wins, we have this narrative,
Okay.
CRPF का मिसयूज हो गया, ED का मिसयूज हो गया, BSF का मिसयूज हो गया. I just want to end by saying one thing. To all those who say that the BJP is a dictatorial party and peddles majoritarian agenda in 10 seconds. Before 2014, Preeti, there were 142 occasions when duly elected governments were dismissed. Out of these 142 occasions, 103 times duly elected governments were dismissed by the Congress, and within those 103 occasions, on 49 occasions, duly elected governments were dismissed by Indira Gandhi alone between 1966 and 1977. इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर बीजेपी को
Can I just bring in? You still haven't answered my. But that doesn't correlate to what's going on right now and make sense of this. Two wrongs don't make a right. All right, live visuals coming in. Have the results been announced? All right. While you have Mr. Thakur from the BJP. Okay, declaring its own victory. All right, this is BJP declaring its own victory. Right now, the counting is still on pause. Who you saw right now was the former Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh from the BJP declaring victory.
BJP and Congress were polled 34 each votes.
All right. We're going to try and get a better understanding. It seems BJP is declaring its own victory, but there was a tie. What has gone down on that account? All right, all you coming in.
प्रधानमंत्री जी को मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ. आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी को मार्गदर्शन में आगे बढ़ेंगे और हिमाचल का विकास करेंगे.
The BJP declaring victory on its own right now. The official word, viewers, is that the counting is on hold. Shama Mohammed, 2 minutes. We'll cut across back to the visuals. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just want to say two things. In what Rashid Kidwai said, he said that there has been a cross-voting in Karnataka. That is just one vote. Here, there has been no kidnapping, nothing happening there. And I don't agree with Mr. Kidwai on that. Here we have MLAs kidnapped, all right? MLAs are kidnapped and they're forced to do things. That's a different case. And you have shown the CRPF who are giving it to the Haryana police at the border. Let's understand that. And also let me point out one very important thing. Last year, K.S. Ishwarappa clearly said that we are going to do Operation Lotus in Karnataka. So they are out there. And to that stupid old hag called Sanju Verma, she should shut up and not call me a madrasa bread. This is going on for too long.
Can we...
The stupid old hag called Sanju Verma.
All right.
Stop coming.
All right. I'm going to end it on that because we are getting in breaking news. Ma'am, the results have been declared. The results have been declared and it's come at the back of a chit with what we were telling you there earlier, viewers. That's the latest news break. So the celebratory shots that you see, it was a tie. It had come to a tie with 34-34 each. Let's listen into Jairam Thakur.
हमको मिली है विधिवत घोषणा अभी होने को बाकी है, लेकिन काउंटिंग कंप्लीट हुई है, ये जानकारी मिली है. और बराबर वोट 34-34 होने के पश्चात जो जानकारी है उसका हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि पोस्टल बैलेट बराबर हुए और उसके बाद एक वोट से जीत हुई है. जो डाला गया जो पर्ची के माध्यम से वहां पर रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर करने की बात चल रही है.
क्या भाजपा के कैंडिडेट जीत गया सर?
जी जी.
अभी टॉस यानी कि टॉस या पर्ची से किया जाएगा?
हाँ बिल्कुल.
अभी ड्रॉ हुआ है यानी कि 34-34
अभी टॉस अभी रिजल्ट विधिवत घोषणा होने वाली है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ में मुझे जो जानकारी मिली है उसके मुताबिक
सर एक बड़ी बात है मुख्यमंत्री
आरोप कोई अर्थ नहीं है, कोई मतलब नहीं है. जीत है और सरकार इतना बड़ा बहुमत होने के बावजूद भी कांग्रेस हार गई राज्यसभा की सीट. फ्लोर टेस्ट होगा. तो सारी चीजों को लेकर के आगे मैं सबसे पहले तो
भारतीय एक मिनट भाई, सबसे पहले तो मैं आदरणीय नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी को बधाई देता हूं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी को बधाई देता हूं, भाई अमित शाह जी को बधाई देता हूं। बहुत शानदार मुकाबले के बाद जहां जीत की संभावना नहीं थी, वहां बहुत बेहतर ढंग से जीत की तरफ हम आगे बढ़ करके अपने लक्ष्य को हासिल करने में सफल रहे हैं। और एक बार फिर से भाई हर्ष महाजन जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई और उनके साथ साथ में अपने राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी का और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष बिंदल जी, सारी टीम इस काम में लगी थी और इस जीत के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई। और मुझे लगता है ये सही बात होगी हमारी, इस जीत को देखते हुए हिमाचल प्रदेश सरकार को अपने पद से मुख्यमंत्री को त्यागपत्र देना चाहिए।
कुल मिला के अब कह रहे हैं कि जब विधायकों ने साथ छोड़ दिया तो जनता कैसे विश्वास करेगी?
बिल्कुल सही बात कह रहा हूँ मैं। 1 साल में ही विधायक छोड़ करके चले गए, आप कल्पना करिए।
There's been a tie on the Rajya Sabha seat, 34-34 each, and now there will be a lot. The winner will be taken out by a lot where chits of both the candidates would be put in and a lot would be drawn. However, you have Jairam Thakur, who's the former Chief Minister from the BJP of Himachal Pradesh, saying that BJP has won. Has it really happened? Because an official confirmation of that has not just come in. The BJP is claiming that it has won. Was a chit pulled out? We're trying to get a bigger understanding. Right now, what we have been given to understand, as per rule, if there is a tie, then a lot is taken out. 2 chits are put of both the candidates and 1 chit is drawn. So the BJP seemingly extremely happy, already declaring victory. Has that happened? We're going to try and get in a better understanding. It has gone down to the wire, that's for sure, and has luck favored the Bharatiya Janata Party. That's what needs to be found out. We're going to try and connect to my colleague Manjeet Sehgal, who's going to be joining us soon. But right now, the BJP on its own, viewers, has declared victory in Rajya Sabha, stating that there was a tie and then a lot was taken out. Officially, no confirmation yet. Joining me is Manjeet Sehgal for more. Manjeet, what has happened? Has BJP won this election or BJP is claiming to win this election?
Yes, Preeti. Yes, Preeti, BJP has won this election. There was a tie. Each Congress and BJP got 34 each. Then there was a chit system, and on the basis of the chit, BJP was declared. BJP candidate was declared.
Yeah, go ahead, Manjeet. Go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead,
Well,
Manjeet.
Preeti, BJP candidate Harsh Mahajan has won the lone Rajya Sabha seat from Shimla. Just look at the BJP activists who are now celebrating this victory.
Manjeet, tell me something. The lot was taken out and luck favored the BJP candidate. That's what you're saying? And there was a tie and BJP has won this through the virtue of that tie of the lot being taken out, correct?
Yes, indeed, Preeti. There was a tie and BJP, this luck favored this time the BJP, which had only 25 votes. Cross-voting was another factor responsible for BJP's victory. As we reported throughout the day, that at least 9 Congress MLAs had cross-voted in favor of BJP. The BJP President Rajiv Bindal confirmed to us that 9 Congress party MLAs cross-voted in favor of Bharatiya Janata Party. They were not happy with their own party, their own government. A couple of these MLAs who are believed to have cross-voted were very vocal against their own government. They were not happy with the government as they were not given the cabinet berths. There are other allegations as well.
So, 9 Congress or 6 Congress plus 3 independent, Manjeet? 6 Congress plus 3 independent or 9 Congress plus 3 independents? Because then it wouldn't be 34. It's 6 Congress plus 3 independents.
Well, the exact number is not known, but the BJP exact number is not known, but BJP President Dr. Rajiv Bindal has claimed that 9 Congress MLAs were indulged in cross voting. They were in touch with the Bharatiya Janata
All right,
Party.
but it would not have been a tie, Manjeet, because of 40.
Yes.
Of 40, if it is 34, then 6 Congress MLAs have voted plus 3, which is independents, and these are the ones who have been taken to Panchkula. The second question, Manjeet, that I ask you as I hand over to my colleague Gaurav Sawant is, tomorrow, will the BJP move a no confidence motion against the government? What are they saying?
Yes, BJP President Dr. Rajiv Bindal and former Chief Minister Jairam Thakur have categorically said that they will be moving a no confidence motion against the state government, which is now a minority government, as 9 MLAs, 6 believed to be from the Congress, cross-voted in favor of BJP. And BJP candidate Harsh Mahajan has now been declared winner after the counting was paused, and then there were a number of pauses. BJP raised certain objections, but finally chits were used and it was in favor of Bharatiya Janata Party. Harsh Mahajan has now been declared a Rajya Sabha candidate. And
all right, so with all that is going down, that has gone down, it went down to the wire. There has been cross-voting because apparently the Congress had it in the bag, not quite so. And then ultimately it was luck that favored the BJP candidate Harsh Mahajan, who actually is from the Congress and now shifted to the BJP. Taking it over is my colleague Gaurav Sawant. Abhishek Manu Singhvi will not go to Rajya Sabha this term.
Thank you very much, Preeti. Big story we're breaking here on India Today. It's the BJP. The BJP wins Himachal Pradesh. BJP did not have the numbers as far as sending a candidate to Rajya Sabha was concerned. The Congress was certain, the Congress was very sure that the Congress had numbers, but we are told that 6 Congress MLAs and 3 independents, they cross-voted. 35 were needed to send a candidate to Rajya Sabha. The Congress had 40. In fact, at one point of time in the past weeks, it was contemplated that perhaps Sonia Gandhi could consider Himachal Pradesh as a safe seat to come to the Rajya Sabha. Fortunately for Sonia Gandhi, they did not choose Himachal Pradesh because Abhishek Manu Singhvi will not go to Rajya Sabha from Himachal Pradesh. It's the BJP candidate, of course, was earlier. Harsh Mahajan was earlier in the Congress party. Harsh Mahajan joined the BJP, was the BJP candidate, and Harsh Mahajan will be sent to Rajya Sabha. That's the information. Both the BJP and the Congress candidates got 34 votes each. 35 were needed, and the BJP's strength was only 25. So 9 candidates, 9 MLAs cross-voted in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, what's the road ahead? Because it's not just the question of one candidate being sent to Rajya Sabha, it's the state. What will happen to the Congress's only ruled state in North India? What happens to that now? Let's listen in to the BJP talking about the road ahead.
तो अभी जानकारी जो हमको मिली है, विधिवत घोषणा अभी होने को बाकी है, लेकिन काउंटिंग कंप्लीट हुई है, ये जानकारी मिली है और बराबर वोट 34-34 होने के पश्चात जो जानकारी है उसका हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि पोस्टल बैलेट बराबर हुए और उसके बाद 1 वोट से जीत हुई है। जो जो डाला गया, जो पर्ची के माध्यम से वहां पर रिजल्ट डिक्लेयर करने की बात चल रही है।
क्या भाजपा के कैंडिडेट जीत गया सर?
जी
अभी टॉस यानी कि टॉस या पर्ची से किया जाएगा?
हाँ बिल्कुल,
अभी ड्रॉ हुआ है यानी कि 34
अभी टॉस, अभी रिजल्ट विधिवत घोषणा होने वाली है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ में मुझे जो जानकारी मिली है उसके मुताबिक सबसे पहले तो मैं आदरणीय नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी को बधाई देता हूं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी को बधाई देता हूं, भाई अमित शाह जी को बधाई देता हूं। बहुत शानदार मुकाबले के बाद जहां जीत की संभावना नहीं थी, वहां बहुत बेहतर ढंग से जीत की तरफ हम आगे बढ़ करके अपने लक्ष्य को हासिल करने में सफल रहे हैं। और एक बार फिर से भाई हर्ष महाजन जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई, और उनके साथ साथ में अपने राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी का और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष बिंदल जी, सारी टीम इस काम में लगी थी और इस जीत के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई। और मुझे लगता है ये सही बात होगी हमारी, इस जीत को देखते हुए हिमाचल प्रदेश सरकार को अपने पद से मुख्यमंत्री को त्यागपत्र देना चाहिए।
कुल मिला के अब कह रहे हैं कि जब विधायकों ने साथ छोड़ दिया तो जनता कैसे विश्वास करेगी?
बिल्कुल सही बात कह रहा हूं मैं। एक साल में ही विधायक छोड़ करके चले गए, आप कल्पना करिए।
So official announcement yet to be made. It's gone down to the wire. Himachal Pradesh Rajya Sabha contest down to the wire. One Rajya Sabha seat, the Congress should have comfortably won. The Congress has 40 MLAs in Himachal Pradesh, should have comfortably won, but the information is that 6 Congress and 3 independent MLAs have cross-voted. Both the Congress and the BJP, as of now, we are told, have 34 each. Okay, we are also getting a reaction from the BJP candidate Harsh Mahajan. Let's quickly listen in. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Manjeet Sehgal joining us live for more on this story. So Manjeet, the official announcement yet to be made. From what we are told, it's 34-34. Is the BJP celebrating a bit too soon?
Harsh Mahajan has been declared a winner after there was a tie on the basis of a chit. Harsh Mahajan is among his supporters now who are shouting Jai Shri Ram slogans. Harsh Mahajan basically was a Congress leader. He resigned and joined the BJP in 2020, and after he started working for the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, as per a strategy, has fielded him, and Harsh Mahajan had himself said that he had made the contest very interesting. All we know that Harsh Mahajan was a senior Congress leader. He was one of the most close, confident leaders and strategists of late Veerbhadra Singh.
Yes.
Harsh Mahajan was time and again claiming that he was in touch with many Congress MLAs who could vote in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and this is what happened today. 9 Congress MLAs, as per the BJP sources, have cross-voted in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Remember, Bharatiya Janata Party had just 25 votes, and it was on the basis of the cross votes and support of the independent MLAs that BJP was able to win this election and got 34 votes. In fact, there was a tie, and it was later decided on the basis of the chits, and the results were announced in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Okay. Harsh Mahajan will now go to Rajya Sabha and not Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who was a Congress candidate. Abhishek Manu Singhvi was being dubbed as an outsider by these leaders.
Give me a moment. I quickly want to cut across to Harsh Mahajan. He's reacting to his victory. A chance of Jai Shri Ram and Bharat Mata ki Jai as Harsh Mahajan Okay, is he speaking again? Let's try and listen in.
Wait.
As we wait to hear Harsh Mahajan, I also want to bring in India Today's Preeti Chaudhary for more on this. Preeti's been tracking Himachal Pradesh very, very closely. And Preeti, this is BJP actually snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. They had 25, Congress has 40. It should have been a no contest here.
Well, it should have been a no contest there, but what does it augur for the larger picture where Sukhwinder Sukhu is concerned and the chief ministership is concerned? Because yes, nor did management of the Congress favour Abhishek Manu Singhvi and nor did luck. So what really it happened as per protocol, as per procedure, it was a tie which was 34-34 each, which means 6 of the Congress MLAs plus 3 of the independents have voted in favour of the Bharatiya Janata Party. What our sources are also telling us within the Congress that these MLAs were unhappy with the Chief Minister, Sukhwinder Sukhu, is what we are being told. Most of them suggest that they are not unhappy with the party but with the Chief Minister. They were vying for cabinet berths, they were not accommodated. It is an open secret that there are 2 camps within the Himachal Congress. One, of course, Pratibha Singh, Vikramaditya, and the other of Sukhwinder Sukhu. Something that the Congress practically should have read, which was writing on the wall ever since Sukhwinder Sukhu was given the Chief Ministership, was that this divide or this wedge was only widening.
Why couldn't the Congress leadership at the centre, handle this? Rahul Gandhi's Nyay Yatra, senior Congress leaders, why couldn't they handle this and arrest the decline?
Well, the deal is, like I said, even during Ram Mandir time, it was Vikramaditya who defied party whip and went in for the inauguration of the Ram Mandir. At that point of time, that should have sent alarm bells ringing that this divide is only going to but widen. But having said that, yes, it was a tie, so it was luck that brought in the BJP because it was through lots that it was pulled out. But yes, this was supposed to be a very, very comfortable win for the Congress. Ideally, the Congress should have managed this election better. They should have made sure that their MLAs, they spoke to their MLAs in advance and they were all in it together. Till late last night, when we spoke to Sukhu, the Chief Minister of Himachal, he was very sure. He said that he had 40 MLAs plus 3 independents in the bag. Yes. And what he needed was 35. So, it was a majority which was way beyond. But having said that, it will raise larger questions, Gaurav, and larger questions need to be raised. How is it that, that the CRPF is being bought in, yes. The Haryana police has been bought in, and these MLAs now have been ferried to Panchkula, which has set the stage of what could possibly happen tomorrow. And
I'll come to that in just a moment, but to think of what the Congress was planning or was considering, that they were planning to field Sonia Gandhi from Himachal Pradesh at one point of time. Had that happened, it could have been a disaster for the Congress.
Had that happened, actually that should have been strategizing, because if that had happened, possibly the result would be very different. Because imagine for once, what are these 2 camps divided between Pratibha Singh and divided between Sukhwinder Sukhu. Yeah. Instead of an outsider, let me tell you the first time ever that an outsider has been fielded from Rajya Sabha seat in Himachal. So in any case, there was a bit disaffection against Abhishek Manu Singhvi, that why he was fielded. On the other hand, if they had fielded Sonia Gandhi, this, what we keep talking about, the master stroke of the Congress, of the BJP at times, could have been a master stroke by the Congress, because would any of these MLAs have dared to vote against Sonia Gandhi, because all of them are saying they are very, very happy with the party. Would a Pratibha Singh camp vote against a Sonia Gandhi? Not quite. So ideally, the Congress should have fielded a Sonia Gandhi instead of Abhishek Manu Singhvi, and he should have practically been fielded from a Karnataka.
Well, and you know, which is what Rajdeep Sardesai was also talking about just a short while back in that conversation with you, when Rajdeep said that Abhishek Manu Singhvi didn't know whether he should pack a sweater and a jacket, go head to the hills or head to Karnataka or Rajasthan. But I also want to bring in Javed Ansari, a former colleague and senior journalist, tracking the story closely. We also have Dr. Abhishek Rai of the Samajwadi Party and Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP joining us. We also have Vineet Goenka, author and political analyst, joining us on this special broadcast. But how do you look at it, Javed? Where the Congress comfortably had 40, Abhishek Manu Singhvi has lost.
Yes, and let me a small correction here. It's not through a draw of lots. There are also second preference votes. So it's also he has not only got all the first preference votes, he also appears to have got the required number of second preference votes, which has seen him nudge past Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi. And there is a larger story here now. Apart from the management or the lack of it, the Sukhu government stands in peril.
Yes.
I am told that there is a cut motion that has been moved. A cut motion is moved on a money bill, and if that cut, if all these MLAs vote against tomorrow, then the Sukhu government will cease to exist. It will fall.
But you know, Javed, there's officially the word has come in that there was a tie, 34-34 each, and there was a draw of lots that was held in which Harsh Mahajan was declared the winner. That's just been declared by the presiding officer.
You're better informed. My sources tell me that it was the second preference votes which tilted the dice in favor of Mr. Harsh Mahajan, but nonetheless, Sukhu's government itself stands in peril.
Yes,
As far as this question of putting up Sonia Gandhi was concerned, that was a risk. Sukhu wanted her to contest, either her or Priyanka. His hope was that she would be able to cement the friction, but that was a risk which the Congress High Command was not willing to take. That's why they fielded her from Rajya Sabha, where they had a huge cushion. Apparently, you need 37 MLAs from Rajasthan, and the Congress has 80 plus, so the BJP would really have to move, had a mountain to climb if they really wanted to defeat here.
You know, because Javed, many would have thought that the BJP would have had a mountain to move even here. BJP at 25, and they still managed, which means the fissures they were able to exploit. But Preeti raised a very interesting point, and I want to bring in Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP on that point. Shehzad Poonawala, money power, muscle power, CRPF apparently, and that's what the chief minister of the state, he's claiming that CRPF personnel were used to move 6 to 7 Congress MLAs outside and move them to Panchkula. This, the Congress claims, is murder of democracy by the BJP.
First of all, Gaurav, since this news has just come in from Devbhoomi, I want to congratulate Devbhoomi for ensuring that the Asuras are defeated this time. Special congratulations to our national president who hails from Himachal Pradesh, and also a special thank you to Priyanka Vadra ji. Special thank you to her because, you know, these days, I don't know, many people speak about relations not being good between brother and sister. यही समय है, सही समय है सोच के अगर उन्होंने कुछ कर दिया, because we all know her loyalties are towards a different camp, Rahul ji's loyalties are towards a different camp, and Pratibha ji's problems were being documented for the last 1 year. She was on record to say कि संगठन नाराज है. Then Vikramaditya ji rejected what Rahul Gandhi said about Ram Mandir, and he came for the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. So anyways, since we should all be graceful and gracious, I want to also thank Priyanka Vadra ji. Having said that, Gaurav, is this entire analysis also applicable when the Karnataka BJP MLA cross votes for the Congress, or is it only specially applicable to BJP? When BJP has a government with Uddhav Sena and Uddhav Sena leaves us and goes away, does that apply there?
No,
when
but
Mr. Tejasvi Yadav breaks 4 MLAs from MIM and takes them to RJD, does it apply there?
Sir, use of CRPF, according to the Chief Minister Sukhwinder Sukhu, this is not source-based information. The Chief Minister claims CRPF was used to ferry Congress Party MLAs and independents out of Himachal Pradesh and into Haryana, sir.
Gaurav, Sukhuji's claims have lesser value than items sold in Chor Bazaar. What happened to the claim of 1500 to every woman in Himachal? What happened to the claim of 300 units being given free in Himachal? What happened to the claims of diesel petrol price will not be increased?
But sir, what does that have to do with this Rajya Sabha election?
Sukhu ji has not lived up to any of the guarantees given.
It's not a claim, Shehzad. It's been documented by a reporter.
His claims are not credible.
It's not a claim. It's been documented by a reporter.
Now, can I answer one person at a time? Preeti, then there is also a claim that money power has been used in order to get our MLA in Congress to cross vote for Congress in Karnataka. Please verify both the claims.
But sir, this is not a claim.
Find out from it, let it be taken forward. No
but
problem.
Sir, this is not a claim. These were visuals, these were visuals that were tweeted out by ANI. These were visuals that were recorded by the Aaj Tak cameras. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay, let me.
Okay. Now, Preeti, if I may be able to answer your question without you interrupting, can I answer Preeti's question, please?
Yes.
Are you suggesting, Preeti, that the CRPF would partake in the kidnapping of elected MLAs from a state which is run by a state government of Congress? Are you putting this allegation on the CRPF that men in uniform would do anything illegal? Preeti, I cannot expect somebody of India Today, who is a journalist of India Today and sits with Gaurav Sawant, who says nation first, would put an allegation like that on CRPF. You blame us.
Sir,
you blame us.
One second. No, one second.
Why blame the CRPF? The CRPF will
nobody's blaming the CRPF. Shehzad, don't twist
so
what I said.
Therefore, the two claims should be examined.
Do not twist what I said to your convenience. What I said something.
Don't interrupt me.
No, sir.
Let me complete
one statement. You leveled a charge.
Preeti, let me complete.
You leveled a charge.
Mr. Poonawala.
You leveled a charge that I leveled a charge at the CRPF.
Gaurav, let me complete.
Let Preeti respond.
Let me complete.
Sir, since you said something very specific,
let me complete.
Give me a moment,
You made a very
sir.
She has
specific
interrupted
charge.
me. I have not completed.
Give me a
She
moment.
has interrupted me. Let me
respond to you.
Let me complete.
And then we'll
Preeti,
take
why
this
are you
conversation
trying to
forward.
drown me down?
Nobody's going to drown you out. No faders go down.
Let me come.
So far. Give me a moment. Preeti, let Preeti complete a point. Mr. Poonawala.
Then let me come in after that.
Do me this curse. Absolutely.
After that, let me come in.
Absolutely.
After that, let me come in.
Go ahead.
After that, let me come in. Make sure that you let me come in after that without interrupting.
I don't seem to understand what's got your goat. It's a very small observation that CRPF forces were used. Now you trying to twist it around and say that I am alleging that CRPF or I am blaming the CRPF or I am charging the CRPF. Who am I? I'm no one. As a journalist, it's a question which should be asked, which was asked, that central forces were used. That's it.
Fair enough, and it's a claim that's been made by the Chief Minister of the state who's about to speak. But go on, Mr. Poonawala. Quickly respond, sir.
Can I respond?
Yes, go on.
Based on visuals of CRPF circling those MLAs, Preeti has concluded this, but Preeti, on the basis of the official statement of Veerbhadra Singh's wife and Veerbhadra Singh's son, why don't you conclude that the entire Pratibha Singh camp was unhappy with Sukhu?
I did.
On the basis of their official recorded statements, Preeti, for a change. Please don't interrupt now. You promised you will listen to me. What's getting your goat, Preeti? Please listen.
Okay.
Secondly, Preeti Chaudhary, if we are coming to surmises based on visuals, then the visuals and statements are also there that Congress has indulged in lot of play in Karnataka. Examine all the allegations. Himachal is a Congress government. And by the way, Preeti Chaudhary, the statements of the MLAs of Uttar Pradesh who have not voted with Samajwadi Party are on record. Examine those also. Or did you find the CRPF trying to manipulate the vote there also? I think we should all try to be...
Okay, Abhishek Manu Singhvi is speaking, and so let's quickly cut across and listen in.
और तीसरा आवाज करेंगे तो फिर एक दूसरे की बात कटेगी, अलग अलग किसी से बात नहीं करेंगे. जितने लोग आप खड़े हैं लगा लीजिए कैमरा, एक साथ बोलेंगे. चौहान जी, एक जस्ट टेक अ फुल क्लिप, उस पर लिंक भेज देंगे सबको, कंटिन्यूस क्लिप. अब इधर आ जाइए, इधर वहीं से अलग अलग लोगों को मांगते हैं. तो दोस्तों बताएं कब शुरू करना है. सब आ गए आपके दोस्त? हिंदी इंग्लिश सब? हिंदी बोल रहा हूँ भैया. मैंने आज तक कोई कॉन्फ्रेंस पहले इंग्लिश में शुरू नहीं किया, नॉट वन इन 24 ईयर्स. दोस्तों बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आने के लिए. मैं पहले संक्षिप्त में हिंदी में बोलूँगा, फिर अंग्रेज़ी में. कृपया शांति बरताएं. पहली बात मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि मैं कांग्रेस की पूरी लीडरशिप की तरफ अपना कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं. उन्होंने मेरे अंदर विश्वास रखा, चौथी बार के लिए मुझे उम्मीदवार बनाया. मैं तहे दिल से माननीय कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष, पूर्व कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी, शीर्षस्थ नेतृत्व जो भी है, सबको धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। दूसरी बात, मैं तहे दिल से माननीय मुख्यमंत्री को और हर एमएलए जो यहाँ बैठे हैं, जो आपको दिख रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं दिख रहे हैं, उनको जेन्युइन तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ। वो पूरी तरह से प्रयत्नशील थे, उम्मीद बनाए बैठे थे और दिन रात उन्होंने परिश्रम किया, मेरा समर्थन किया। तीसरा, मैं उन 9 एमएलएस को भी धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, जिसमें से 9 के 9 कल रात तक हमारे साथ बैठे थे, खाना खाया था, जलपान किया था, फोटोज ली थी। उसके पहले जो बार बार हमसे मिले थे, मुझसे ही नहीं, मुख्यमंत्री जी से ही नहीं, लेकिन सब एमएलए से कई आश्वासन दिए थे और जिनमें से 3 आज हमारे साथ नाश्ता करके निकले थे। उनको भी मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि उनसे हमको कुछ शिक्षा मिली है, कम से कम मुझे निजी रूप से शिक्षा मिली है, मनोवैज्ञानिक शिक्षा मिली है। मैं इस संदर्भ में एक विनम्रता से प्रश्न पूछना चाहता हूं। नहीं, उससे पहले मैं माननीय हर्ष महाजन जी को तहे दिल से धन्यवाद, तहे दिल से बधाई देना चाहता हूं। वो जीते हैं और उनका हक बनता है बधाई प्रदान करने का। एक बात जरूर मैं कहूँगा, उनकी पार्टी को अपनी गिरेबान में देख के सोचें। जब भी कोई पार्टी 25 और 43 के आंकड़े या इक्वेशन में 25 वाली पार्टी 43 वाले के विरुद्ध उम्मीदवार खड़ा करती है, तो उसका सिर्फ एक और एक ही संदेश हो सकता है। और मैं हर्ष महाजन जी की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं इस चुनाव की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं एक सिद्धांत की बात कर रहा हूँ। वो संदेश है कि हम बेशर्मी से वो करेंगे जो कानून में अनुमति जिसकी नहीं है। अगर आप समझते हैं कि एक व्यक्ति या 2 व्यक्ति या 9 व्यक्ति अचानक एक नई नीति, एक नई सोच, एक नई आइडियोलॉजी के अंतर्गत कल रात के डिनर और आज सुबह के नाश्ते के बाद बदल गए हैं, तो मैं समझता हूँ कि हम सब, जो अंग्रेजी में कहावत है, एक फूल्स पैराडाइज में रहते हैं। ये बदलाव बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है भारत के लिए और विशेष रूप से हिमाचल प्रदेश के लिए, जिसकी संस्कृति, जिसके पहाड़ी या नीचे रहने वाले लोग इस संस्कृति से अवगत नहीं थे कुछ समय पहले तक। अगर ये नए भारत, न्यू इंडिया की परिभाषा है, तो मैं तो पुराने भारत को ही प्रेफर करूँगा। हमने हारते हारते भी इतिहास बनाया है। इतिहास इसलिए कि इतनी जद्दोजहद की, इतना मन बदलाव किया, लेकिन एक और मन बदलाव नहीं कर सके, इसलिए 34 का स्वाभाविक आंकड़ा भारत में शायद पहली बार और आने वाले कई दशकों में वापस होने वाली नई चीज़ हुई है कि 34 का हमारे मित्रों के इतने प्रयत्न करने के बाद भी आंकड़ा आया। और 34 का आंकड़ा स्वाभाविक आया, एक वोट भी इनवैलिड नहीं हुआ, सेकंड प्रेफरेंस वोट भी एक भी नहीं था। ये इस चुनाव की विशेषता है, शायद 75 साल में पहले कभी नहीं हुआ। और उसकी सबसे बड़ी विशेषता कि उसके बाद एक ड्रॉ ऑफ लॉट से निर्णय हुआ। मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूँगा कि जो हुआ सो हुआ, हमको भविष्य का सोचना चाहिए। और एक आश्वासन दे के मैं हिमाचल से जा रहा हूँ, हिमाचल की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैं अपनी बात कर रहा हूँ कि जिन लोगों ने इतना प्रयत्न किया, उनको सिर्फ मैं कह दूँ विनम्रता से, पलट के आऊँगा शाखों पे खुशबू लेकर, पलट के आऊँगा शाखों में खुशबू लेकर, खिजा की जद हूँ मैं, मौसम ज़रा बदलने दो। तो सबको वापस बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आई विल रिपीट दिस वेरी ब्रीफली इन इंग्लिश। I want to thank from the bottom of my heart the entire top leadership of the Congress, the Congress President, the former Congress President, Srimati Sonia Gandhi, and the entire top leadership for having reposed faith in me a 4th time. They sent me to Himachal out of good faith, and I am truly, truly grateful for the remarkable amount of confidence and faith they have reposed in me. Secondly, I would like to thank profusely, starting from the Honorable Chief Minister, each and every MLA, most of whom are now in this room, the office bearers of the Congress Party, each one of them for having tried their best, worked hardest, been highly cooperative. And thirdly, I'd also like to thank the 9 persons because they've taught me a lot about human nature, its fickleness or its resoluteness. They've taught us a lot because they supped with us. In the biblical terms, it's called supping with us. Dinner, drinks, and photography till 11 o'clock last night. And 3 of them had breakfast with us, or 2 of them had breakfast with us. So I think we are bad judges of human character. They are obviously better judges of human character. Fourthly, I would like to say that, and I don't say it, fourthly, I want to congratulate Mr. Harsh Mahajan genuinely. He's the elected candidate and he deserves my congratulations. And he has it. I've done it personally inside the counting center. But I would like to raise a question without being moralistic or without being, didactic or sermonizing. I would like to raise a question for all those who believe in this New India BJP philosophy. This New India definition of the BJP is that when a party with 25 persons sets up a candidate with 40 or 43, either figure you can choose, then I believe humbly that there is only one message which is intended to be sent. There is no other message possible because the arithmetic of an open election in the Rajya Sabha is crystal clear. That message is that we shall shamelessly, by hook or by crook, and more by crook and less by hook, win the election at any cost. If it's at any cost, if any of you think that it's out of ideological conversion overnight after our 11 o'clock dinner yesterday, or if any of you think that they have suddenly discovered new vistas, then I think we're all living in a fool's paradise. There is one and only one explanation for it. And we all know that explanation. None of us eats grass. And I think to expect that we eat grass or that the nation thinks that we eat grass is wrong. Finally, even while losing, I think both of us, the losing candidate and the winning candidate, have created history of a different kind. It's the first election, as far as I know, of any place, any state in Rajya Sabha, where A, there has been no first preference versus second preference issue. B, there is not a single invalidated vote. C, there is a natural division, not by addition or invalidation, a natural division of exactly 50% each, 34 versus 34. After that, it is written in the stars and written by God that by a draw of lots, one shall lose or one shall win. In the normal draw of lots, by the way, the name which is taken out wins. Under this strange rule of the Election Commission which I found today, the name taken out of the box, which was mine, loses, is excluded. Friends, I would thank everybody, including all of you, for all the kindnesses done to me, and end with by saying what I said in Hindi. पलट के आऊँगा शाखों पे खुशबू लेकर, पलट के आऊँगा शाखों में खुशबू लेकर, खिजा की जद हूँ मैं, मौसम जरा बदलने दो. Thank you so much.
मौसम जरा बदलने दो, but will the मौसम actually take a turn for the worse as far as the Congress is concerned in Himachal Pradesh starting tomorrow? Because if 9 candidates, 6 of the Congress and 3 independents are on the other side, out of 40 reduce that number to 9, or 43 reduce that number to 9, and the government is already in the minority as the BJP insists, and Preeti Chaudhary, this doesn't bode well for the Chief Minister or the Congress government of Himachal Pradesh?
Well, not at all, Gaurav. That's exactly what we were saying earlier, because the writing has been on the wall for the Congress. They haven't read it. They haven't been able to get their lot together, not just this election, but even where the Himachal Pradesh government is concerned. The disaffection between the two camps of Pratibha Singh, Vikramaditya and Sukhwinder Sukhu was not lost when Sukhwinder Sukhu was made the Chief Minister.
Yeah.
And it was only heightened 2 months ago when Vikramaditya defied party whip, attended the Ram Mandir inauguration. Constantly, Pratibha Singh has been, at least her group of MLAs, have been trying to contact and have actually made contact with the Congress proverbial high command, stating that they're not happy with the current Chief Minister. Even the 6 that have now, are in Panchkula, not very long back, had got in touch and said they were not unhappy with the Congress, but unhappy with the Chief Ministership. Some of them were promised cabinet berths and were not given.
A reason enough to bring the government down, but that reason, if Congress leadership didn't want to them to attend the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha and Vikramaditya still did, does that give them an excuse? And I want to take this to Sharad Pradhan, of course, and we'll come to you, Sharad Pradhan, for more on Uttar Pradesh in just a moment. But doesn't that give these leaders an excuse to say, like some did in Uttar Pradesh of the Samajwadi Party while voting for the BJP candidate, that how can you tell us not to go for Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha and still expect us to vote? And this is a vote against Parivar Vad. Sharad Pradhan, would you look at it in the same context?
Anybody believing this, I would say it's complete. It would be naive to believe this. There is obviously play of money, and the politics, the kind of politics that is being played today, other than the misuse of agencies like the ED and CBI, here in this case, it appears pretty evident that there's blatant flow of money. And BJP has no dearth of resources, which is, there's less said the better. So to say that there's been an ideological shift overnight, there's a change of heart is all, I think it's nonsense. And only a naive person would tend to believe that. Obviously, this thing was cooking. It's a failure of the Congress to have not woken up to it. And,
or walked into this eyes wide shut. But Shehzad Poonawala,
BJP believes in BJP doesn't believe in principles that one thought that BJP was a party with a difference once upon a time. Is now like if they would stoop down to any level, and their standard, their double standards, triple standards, and which is blatantly visible. Whatever they have done in Himachal is a glaring example.
Okay, Shehzad Poonawala, respond. Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha, change of heart, none of this is responsible. And you heard Abhishek Manu Singhvi, he said till last night we all had dinner together, 3 of them had breakfast together and then went voted BJP.
Till a few weeks ago, Anand Sharma was given the impression he was going to go to Rajya Sabha, and then he was defeated and cheated. So perhaps he felt cheated. He perhaps has some people in Himachal Congress, I'm sure, who are close and loyal to him. So please ask Anand Sharma, please ask Priyanka Vadra, why are you asking me this question as to why they've had a change of heart? But since we are setting standards and since we are holding the BJP to a particular standard, I would like to ask Sharadji, with all due respect at my command, Sharadji, when parties are breaking the MLAs of MIM and taking them into RJD, is it role of money power, or there it is all done on principle? When it is the BSP MLAs which were supporting Rajasthan government are taken into Congress party overnight, is that role of money power, or that time it is all hunky-dory, it is done on the principles? When Uddhav Sena, which took the vote with us, went on overnight and formed government with Sharad Pawar, was it the role of principle or the role of money power? Or is this classification and all these standards or this vision is only set for BJP, or perhaps your analysis is only blinkered with one view? I'm asking in a very genuine way, because I didn't hear Sharad Pradhan's explanations when Nitish Kumar switched over and he had gone to the RJD side when the mandate was with us under NDA government. Anyways, be that as it may, today I think that the person who has lost the election is a very eminent lawyer. He has recently, they have got a victory on the Chandigarh elections and they've said Supreme Court is free and fair. If money, power or agencies have been misused, go to the courts. The courts are anyway Singhvi is giving the right verdicts on many cases. You just quoted Supreme Court on Chandigarh election. So I think you should go to the courts. But when the agency acts on Kejriwal, till yesterday you were calling it all correct action, and today you are suddenly saying agencies are being misused. I think it stinks of hypocrisy. But then
fair enough.
This is the
but
kind
let me
of
bring in
blinkered
Javed
vision many
Ansari, and
people have.
since we are still
And
sitting.
Sharadji, I'm sorry for your loss today.
I am not. Gaurav, may I
Of course.
reply?
I'm sorry
Yes,
for the
quickly,
loss
sir.
today.
Well, I am not
sir.
surprised at what Shahzad Poonawalla has to say, because after all, it is his duty as a spokesman of the BJP to defend the indefensible. So that's what he's doing. And he's going, but only in the bargain, he doesn't realize that there are people who do not believe in that two wrongs make a right. And in this case, if he's trying to say that he didn't hear me, and it's not my fault, it is his fault.
I want to bring in Javed Ansari.
No,
Fair
no,
enough,
no.
Sir, you made your point, and then we'll be repeating ourselves.
Laughable.
Javed Ansari, the bigger problem for the Congress actually starts tomorrow. It's not just about one Rajya Sabha seat; it's about the state of Himachal Pradesh. Is it then? It's gone as far as the Congress is concerned.
Well, that's the point I made earlier also, that more than the seat, the Sukhu government stands in peril. If it's 34, then I don't know, the speaker has the casting vote, and perhaps the speaker is a congressman, maybe he might decide. But otherwise, this government is skating, either which way, this government is skating on very, very thin ice. And I find it difficult to believe that the MLAs will vote one way as far as Rajya Sabha is concerned, and exactly the opposite as far as the saving the government or bringing down the government is concerned.
Okay, but let us look at the bigger picture that's also emerging, not just from Himachal Pradesh, where several people have said that if somebody is forced on us from the party leadership or Parivarwad, that's unacceptable. It's being said in Uttar Pradesh, and it's being said even in Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh. Dr. Abhishek Rai, even in Uttar Pradesh, when Samajwadi Party leaders vote for the BJP candidate, they are saying that we've done that because we are choosing the right person for the right issue. It's for development. It's for Ram Mandir.
Listen, we want to say that. We were expecting that. Those who didn't came in our meeting, we were expecting that could happen. BJP is showing their muscle power, and basically they want to defame and want to just create an atmosphere which is favorable for their Lok Sabha elections. They just want to get power at any cost. They believe in British apologies ki divide and rule. And always they do that.
No, but if they believe in divide and rule, why are you unable to save your house, sir? Why is the Samajwadi Party, for example, in Uttar Pradesh, unable to save its house?
We are very safe. We just wanted to check who are with the PDA, who are with the Pichra, who are with the Dalits, who are with the Alpsankhyaks, who are with the Agrani, who are with the Adi Abadi. We want to save that. And this is very clear. Some of them were speculated for CBI exposure. Some were exposed for ED. And the misuse of the missionaries are always there. You know that. And that is why this thing has happened in Uttar Pradesh. And we are very confident about that. We are not, some lots of packages have been given.
Okay.
Lots of packages have been given from
Before
BJP.
I get Shahzad Poonawalla to respond, I also want to bring in Vineet Goenka into this conversation. Akhilesh Yadav went on record to say that we knew what are the packages that are being offered, and some people have got a bada package. एक बड़ा package मिला है, इसीलिए वोट हमारे पक्ष में नहीं आया है. Words to that effect. Vineet Goenka, money power, muscle power. That's what works for the BJP, is the allegation.
Gaurav, Ram Ram to you, Ram Ram to all my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me right now. Be it Himachal or Uttar Pradesh, I think it is more about the conscious role played by the MLAs there. Had it been money power, then how come Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who's declared 1,870 crore rupees, who also gets around 28 crore rupees fees from Aam Aadmi Party every year, loses this. Money power is something which is baseless. I think moreover, people are unhappy with the Congress leadership. Their MLAs are unhappy. If you see, not only Pratibha Singh, but in Himachal Pradesh, it is also Mr. Agnihotri who is not happy, the leader of the house. So there are people within the Congress establishment, within the Samajwadi Party. And if you see Samajwadi Party, I think 8 or 9 MLAs did not attend the dinner thrown by Akhilesh. They are unhappy with the way Akhilesh dealt with Netaji in the last leg of his life. They are unhappy with Akhilesh because, the statement and the stand which he took about Ram Mandir. I think both in Himachal and in Uttar Pradesh, it was a fair play. If it is about cross-voting, it is about the conscious decision by those elected representatives, and it is also voice of the people who are there. So my suggestion would be Congress and Samajwadi Party should think about their stand.
I just want to respond on that.
Okay. Sir, if your party's chief whip ends up voting not in favor of the party but for the BJP, what does that indicate for the Samajwadi Party? Preeti, you want to weigh in on this aspect on Samajwadi Party? If the chief whip doesn't vote, if 9 MLAs, and India Today broke that story on the news track last night, that 9 MLAs had stayed away. So the writing was on the wall even in Uttar Pradesh.
The fact is very clear. The Congress as well as the Samajwadi Party, the Congress in Himachal, the Samajwadi Party has to take full responsibility for getting themselves in a spot that they have. They should have managed this election better. You had a DK Shiv Kumar who was practically a poll agent in Karnataka.
Yes.
They should have had people on ground figuring it out for themselves. But what's interesting also, Gaurav, to flip it a bit, is where we talk about the subconscious or the antaratma, both in Himachal as well as in Uttar Pradesh. The antaratma sirf unhon ki jagi hai exactly to fit in the number that the BJP needed. And what explains the antaratma of a Raja Bhaiya? On the other hand, also, if it is a democratic process, then like in the state of Karnataka, you can debate in Uttar Pradesh, maybe the party fielding an extra candidate that the BJP fielded because you had RLD and then you didn't know where the others would also vote.
Yes.
But you have always fielded an extra candidate knowing there could be cross-voting, because that's also a charge that if it is a democratic process, then why would you field an extra candidate when you know you don't have the numbers? But having said that, all of this aside, the Congress and the Samajwadi Party solely responsible of what they find themselves in today.
Absolutely. Parivarvad is the major charge that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP regularly levels against parties like the Samajwadi Party and the Congress. And has Parivarvad actually boomeranged Dr. Abhishek Rai for the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh?
Gaurav, can I answer that?
Yes, please, sir.
Yeah, just I want to say, see, if
waiting for my turn.
We are always charged about Parivarvad.
In a moment, Mr. Poonawala, but let Dr. Rai complete his point. Go on, sir.
Yeah, I just want to answer you.
Come to me.
Always we are talked about Parivarvad. Are there not BJP members? Rajnath Singh's son is not a Parivarvad. Rajveer Singh is who is Rajveer Singh? Kalyan Singh's grandson is a minister in Uttar Pradesh. That is not Parivarvad. I'm just talking about Uttar Pradesh. I'm not talking about the whole scenario. I can list you lots of names.
So sure you can, but wouldn't that be cold comfort to you, given 9 of your MLAs stayed away from the dinner yesterday, sir?
Who is Anurag Thakur? Who is Anurag Thakur?
Sir, that may help you win television debating points. Does that help you get Rajya Sabha seats? Fair enough. You have that point. Please feel free to make that point, sir.
What I want to tell you, see, we just, this the third seat was a win for us. We knew who are not with us, who are not supporting PDA, who don't want the PDA to progress.
Fair enough. Shehzad Poonawala, the point that's being made is this is not BJP's victory. This is not inner conscience. This is BJP money power plus Enforcement Directorate plus CBI plus all the money and muscle power that the BJP can bring together to work on Raja Bhaiya, on others, on Samajwadi Party leaders, and that's why you get the numbers.
Gaurav, I request you only for 45 seconds without interruptions because I heard everybody out, including Preeti. If you're talking about Raja Bhaiya's conscience, Janardhan Reddy from the Reddy brothers has voted for the Congress candidate today. वहाँ पे conscience किसका जागा और वो कैसे vote कर गया वहाँ पे? उस पर नहीं पूछना है। सिलेक्टिवली अपने को राजा भैया ठीक लगे तो वो कोट करो, जनार्दन रेड्डी पर चुप हो जाओ। ये कहते हैं कि मनी पावर पैकेज, ये सारी चीज़ें, तो पैकेज लेने वाले लोगों को आपने टिकट देकर रखा था, विधायक बना कर रखा था। ऐसे लोगों को विधायक, जो बिकाव है, डरपोक है, ऐसे लोगों को विधायक बनाया। और पीडीए की बात करें, पीडीए का तो शेरवानी ने शेरवानी उतार दिया था कुछ दिन पहले। पीडीए का आज जो वोट किया है, पूजा पाल, यू नो हुज पूजा पाल, गौरव, यू वुड नो, राजू पाल्स विडो। Pooja Pal is the one who said, don't patronize Atiq Ahmed. This Akhilesh and his company patronized Atiq Ahmed till the last day. Should she not vote for the dignity and the respect of her husband? Then who has voted? Maurya ji. Is he against PDA? So I think, you know, these kinds of claims. And Manoj Pandey is on record to say that Swami Prasad Maurya is a madman when he abuses Prabhu Ram and Ramcharitmanas. What did Akhilesh do on Swami Prasad Maurya? And ये PDA कर रहे हैं, तो जया बच्चन PDA से है, ये रंजन PDA से है। पूछे ना इनसे किसको बना रहे हैं एमपी, सुमन जी को बना रहे हैं। जया बच्चन का नाम नंबर 1 पे रखा ना, ये पीडीए से है जया बच्चन, ये पीडीए बोल रहे हैं। एंड आई थिंक इफ यू वांट टू डू द विश्लेषण, देन डू द विश्लेषण कि हाउ जनार्दन रेड्डी हैज वोटेड फॉर कांग्रेस मैन।
ओके, बट द स्पेसिफिक नेम्स दैट यू रेज्ड,
वरना यू नो दीस पीपल, गौरव, ये ईवीएम से चुनाव हारते तो ईवीएम खराब। आई एम जस्ट हैप्पी टुडे दे आर नॉट ब्लेमिंग जनता, क्योंकि जनता का रोल नहीं था इसमें। ये आज केवल हम सबको दोष दे रहे हैं, सीआरपीएफ तक को दोष दे दिया। ये अगर लोकसभा इलेक्शन होता तो ये लोग बैठ के जनता को भी गालियां दे रहे होते कि जनता को हैक कर दिया इन लोगों ने, बीजेपी ने मैनिपुलेट कर दिया जनता को।
But let me take that to Sharad Pradhan. Let me take that to Sharad Pradhan, and I want to bring in, Vineet Goenka immediately after that. Sharad Pradhan,
yeah,
all the candidates of the all the MLAs of the Samajwadi Party who voted for the BJP candidate actually gave the reason why they did. They came on camera and said why they did. And it's not just one example of Pooja Pal, who actually ended up saying that how could I not vote for Yogi Adityanath and his people if they finally delivered justice?
I'm no comments on what Pooja Pal said, and she has reason to say that. But as far as the others are concerned, including Manoj Pandey, if you believe what they say, then I would really, I consider it only they have no other alibi to give. I fully believe that yes, Akhilesh is responsible for not adopting and bringing it on ground, the PDA, what he claimed, and the campaign that he launched, putting it on ground, he was a failure. So but that couldn't have been the reason. In this case, it is very simple. If you are guided by the fact that these politicians, irrespective of party, have any kind of ideology, please remember politics is the vehicle for their making money. And only one thing works with them is money. And I'm saying it full-throatedly because I know what is the ground reality. To believe that they have any other reason is absolute nonsense.
Vineet Goenka, respond. It's only money. The allegation that's being made is all the candidates who've cross-voted is pure and simple money power talking here.
I think, people like Mr. Sharad Pradhan, who are actually very intelligent and we used to follow them in the childhood, have lost their thinking about this. If money was the only thing, then Abhishek Manu Singhvi would not have lost. I think Congress and Samajwadi Party has to look inside themselves. There is no leadership. There is no leadership quality. They cannot keep the flock together. There is no project, no program. Na niti hai, na neta hai, na koi niyat hai. And only blaming Bharatiya Janata Party would not help. People are looking at them. Okay, for a moment, can Sharad Pradhan ji tell us what is their policy in Uttar Pradesh or in Himachal for development? Not a single project, not a single policy which can work. Ideologies are been talked, but there is no ideology in Congress. And as far as the leadership goes, why it is called as Parivarwad? Bharatiya Janata Party or CPI never had a president who was related to another president of the party. They were always elected. Tell me please, in Congress or in Samajwadi Party or in DMK or for that matter any other party, do you have a president who has been elected? All of them are related to each other. Beta, beti, bahu, yes. So when you talk about this, the policies are made by the president, the leader of the party. So in Samajwadi Party, Akhilesh only qualification is his son of Mulayam ji. There is no other qualification. If it is Rahul ji or Sonia ji, the only qualification is they are blood of that person who was the previous president. So people are aware of this. They should talk about policies. They should talk about programs. They should talk
Javed, let me bring in Javed on that point. let me bring in Javed Ansari on that point. Javed, merit in this criticism that if a leader imposes his will, he will face this allegation of Parivarvad, and it's Parivarvad that's adversely impacted the Congress both in Himachal and the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh, sir.
So where was the Parivarvad in this case? By fielding Abhishek Manu Singhvi?
A choice from the party leadership unacceptable to people on ground. They may want their own candidate.
How is that Parivarvad? And how is that on the ground? The fact is, and let's not be naive about it, the fact is that these people have voted for, and you know, Sharad Pradhan has dwelt at length on that, on why they've cross-voted. So, let's not talk about ethics and morality and Parivarvad as if people are guided by huge ideological issues. No, sir, there were no ideological issues where the BJP or the opposition MLA in Karnataka voted for the Congress. And neither do I believe the MLAs in Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh guided by any ideological reasons. They've all voted because they believe, for whatever reasons, and they also believe that the BJP is the winning side. It's always good to be on the winning side rather than hang around in the opposition where you have no chance.
Okay, Shehzad Poonawala, you won the last word in. You had your hand up. It's nothing to do with Parivarvad. It's simply hitching their wagon to the rising sun is what Javed Ansari perceives.
But you know, Javed in a sense is not wrong. Preserving our own ambitions and self-interest is not a crime in politics. I don't take this arguments of money bags, etc. because there's no proof. You can keep saying this about anybody. You can say journalist took money. You can say somebody was sent to Rajya Sabha because she was doing B team as a journalism. Okay. So I don't think these claims have any sense. The claim that you can say is that preserving of self-interest. And I think everyone sees their ambition and their interest, and